all right. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. Welcome to the O Drive. How's everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I did a stream. Trying to be a little bit more consistent being on the road. So let me give a warm shout out to my strong peoples in the chat. The E Nation here representing. Hey, I am a Buckner. How are you? Long time no see. Vonda, Queen of the E Nation, in the building. Lady Neat, Queen of the E Nation in the building. Belle, another Queen of the E Nation. Yeah, we got some stuff we're going to talk about today. I'm a little bit more subdued because I'm thinking about some things I really want to say, but earlier I was kind of fired up. But I'm going to talk about something that I think is really important. Just give me a few seconds here, waiting for some people to join the panel. Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, just type in the one, please. Just want to make sure the sound is working. All right, good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. All right, just give me 1 minute and I'll be ready to go. A lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff going on. Just give me a second to log in with my phone here. I'll tell you, one of these days I'm going to come in here prepared. And it's going to be shocking. Be like, what? Max got it going on today? I'm always missing something. I'm always forgetting to do something. I have so much stuff to do, so it's hard to remember everything. Give me 1 second. I gotta get over here to YouTube and log into the account. So, the eStar Network is about to host some new shows, so be on the lookout for our new shows coming up. We're getting ready to change over the format of this show here. The Overdrive 3G is going to move to a one man, two woman format, so that should be fun. So, be on the lookout for that. 1 second here. Almost with you guys. Hey Malika, how are you? Yeah, I was hoping she showed up. Let me give her a wrench. Hey Malika, how are you? Glad you can make it. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, sorry about that. Over here dropping stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody, let's get started. As you can see, the shout out to the new people that's coming in. Thanks for supporting the Every Star Network. Title is called "Embracing Enemies and Destroying Friends." And what I mean by that is that we have an issue with recognizing what an enemy is. You know, an enemy has no nationality. An enemy isn't black, white, Puerto Rican, Hindu, whatever. It's all of them. Okay. Hey, Miss Lucky, how are you? And for some reason, some black people have a problem understanding that because they keep embracing these enemies simply because of the color of their skin. So you shouldn't be embracing someone that's trying to do harm to you. I don't care on what level it is, especially if they're trying to maliciously do something that's going to hurt you long term, or something that's going to hurt you internally, or something that's going to really be destructive to your existence, your image, your life. You don't embrace a person like that. You don't conjugate with a person like that. You don't fraternize with somebody like that. These people mean you no good. And it seems like we've been beat down with this ridiculous mentality that we should accept these people simply because they are the same color and race we are. And what you don't understand, when you do that, you destroy the good black people that's in your life. You break the friendships of people who have your back, people who mean you well, people who want to see you do well. You break what you have with them because you are embracing enemies. And so because your attention is given to these enemies, it's taken away from the good people in your life that you should be giving it to. And then they start to feel some kind of way. And you seem to be oblivious to it because you don't think anything's wrong with trying to appease everyone and straddle the fence. Well, I got news for you. There is no fence to straddle. There is only sides in this world, in this life. There's only two sides. It's not three sides. It's not four sides, five sides, or the side that you decide you want to make up. There is only two sides in this lifetime. Good or bad, left or right, up or down, turn around 360 degrees, it's left or right. Only two ways you can go. There are no other ways. Everything is encompassed in those two ways. You're either going to be good or you're going to be bad. You're either going to be fucked up or you're going to be cool. You're either going to be nice or you're not. You're either on the left side or you're on the right side. There is no in between. There is no middle. When people are trying to do harm to you, trying to do harm to your family, that's what they mean to do. All this Dr. King shit, oh, we shall overcome. No, if we was going to overcome, we would have done that already. We're still behind enemy lines. What do you mean we shall overcome? We are still behind enemy lines, people. We are still under a dictatorship according to us. The democracy doesn't include us. We are under a dictatorship. If you don't believe me, just go out in the world and see how you're treated. You're not treated like you live in a democracy. Democracy is for white people, not black people. And we have shoe shuffling, bubblegum chewing, peanut butter sliding, shit kicking house Negroes that are working against us. Hey, Rozzy, listen. I saw what you typed in the chat the other day. You're going to chill out today with that BS. Okay? You should know better than that. I see any BS from you today, I'm going to deal with you. We don't play two-faced Negroes in here. You. Now, I let you slide the other day on Ladies' Night. Okay? Be mindful of what you say. Remember what type of environment this is. Remember where you are at. Sorry about that, folks. I had to deal with something. Anyway, so yeah, democracy isn't for us. You got these coons running around here trying to brainwash you into thinking that this stuff is for us. We are all we have. No one is our friend. Haven't you noticed that by now? We even got coons running around here working for white folks. And now, since you have this pandemic and the Butter Biscuit Bakery is closed and there are no more sales on buck dancing boots, these Negroes are still trying to coon. when they should be using this opportunity to get their black card back and try to help their people. Yeah, black people coming on these live streams and shitting on other bad black people, right? Getting your attention on those bad black people, those bad black people, but they are bad black people as well. Up here lying on panels, telling blatant lies, saying that they don't attack people when nothing could be further from the truth. Walking around carrying a bag of faces that they put on according to what situation they find themselves in. Throw their rocks and hide their hand, subliminal attacks, mind games. There are people right now that can come up here and testify that some of these so-called black people who claim to be pro-black and claim to be against the black people that's hurting black people are trying to tear down this very platform. Simply because it's an environment, right, that protects black women. It's an environment that black women can come to and be black women and are protected from the riffraff. See, because we don't allow that shit in here. You don't come in here talking about Becky's. You don't come in here calling black women bees and hoes and strags. We don't allow that here. So you have black people who are on panels pointing fingers at other bad black people when they're bad themselves, and they're trying to tear down this environment that we are trying to create into a salubrious environment. An environment that black women can come to on social media and feel protected and say what's on their mind, hang out and be girls, chat like women, do women things. You see, this environment is possible because you have black men out here who care, who respect, who love black women like myself. I don't give a damn about being called no fucking simp. I speak from my heart. I am what I say I am. If I sound like I'm not well read or well educated, it's because I speak straight from my heart. I don't write nothing down. So when you hear it from me, right, it's coming straight from Max's heart. See, if I say I love black women, it's in the heart. That's where it comes from. If I say I respect black women, it comes from the heart. I don't have to read anything. I don't have to write nothing down. I speak how I feel. You phonies think that you can join my server and tear us down from within like nobody don't see what the hell you're doing. See, what you don't understand is that some of the ladies in this server has kept me off of y'all asses. But I know who you are. Now, you know you're pretending and you don't like the server. You don't like this environment. You don't want this environment to exist. Get the hell on. We don't need you over here. Go catch a short train and take a long ride, motherfucker. We don't need you here. Got people that have a problem because I don't want men coming in here getting beside themselves and being fools and jackasses. Because I want brothers to come in here with some respect and be gentlemen and represent themselves well in front of the women in here. I'm running a haven for hoes because that's what I want. Because I want better for my brothers and my sisters. I'm running a haven for hoes. They said I was running. He said Max is running a haven for hoes, a nursery for strags. Simply because I want a
Dame, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm not sure what happened with Max's connection, but we are both here. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
there he is. I think he's trying to come back.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Am I back online?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry about that. That was a serious glitch. Um, give me 1 second. Everybody still here? You guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. All right. In the chat, am I still? Can you guys hear me in the chat? Okay. Okay. Good. Sorry about that, folks. The derelocracy trying to hold me back. Give me 1 second. I'll get right back to it. Thanks for coming up on the panel, ladies. I appreciate that. Uh, give me 1 second here to get back to. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. We back. All right, folks. I'm back. Sorry about that. Things got the derelocracy was trying to hold me back. All right. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, right about. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and so getting back to what I was saying, right? The uh, yeah, the man, I forgot where I left off at. Hate interruptions. Yeah, so getting back to embracing these enemies. So we still have coons, even though, like I said, the Butter Biscuit factory is closed and no one is selling. There are no more sales on buck dancing boots. We still have people trying to coon. They should be using this opportunity to get their black card back. And we have people who are as phony as a $3 bill sitting on panels talking about they don't attack people, but they are trying to attack this platform. And they say things like, man, this is messed up. Wow, why are they doing that? Why are you doing what you're doing? Understand this, people. We have black people on YouTube right now in this sector that don't want black women to have an environment on here where they can be free of riffraff, they can have peace of mind. The two ladies up here on the panel with me can testify to that. The queen that's in the chat, Queen Lady Nick, can testify to that. We have withstood attack after attack after attack. Sabotage, and this is all coming from black people. This isn't white people doing this. This is black people. And some of these black people who are doing this are on these panels with their other face telling you about other bad black people. We have to learn to understand what the enemy really is. An enemy isn't here to fraternize with you. If they do, they're only doing it to get information. The enemy isn't here to like you or to love you. They mean you every bit of harm. You should never trust an enemy. You should never trust an enemy. Never embrace an enemy. Enemy. I don't give a damn if they sold brother number 9, sold sister number 10. I don't give a damn. If they're your enemy, they are your enemy. To hell with what race they are. An enemy doesn't have a race. An enemy is a mentality that can affect anyone and everyone, even animals. We have to learn to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. And to quote my brother over there, Alfonso McGriff, shout out to that brother, okay? He says we are like a bear riding a bicycle in a circus. So when you see a bear in a circus riding the bicycle, one thing you don't think, right? You think it's cute, right? But what you don't think is that that bear is out of his natural mind. Go into the forest to see if you see bears riding bicycles. Oh, it's cute. They didn't tame anything. They got that bear on drugs. They didn't tame anything. What happens when you get droopy and loopy and drunk? You get giggly sometimes. You do weird and crazy shit because you're off-centered mentally. Well, same shit happens to animals. They get all loopy from them damn drugs that they be pumping in their blood system to keep from being eaten alive. This is why Peter shut down all these damn circuses with these animals. So we have to stop embracing enemies. If they are your enemy, they are your freaking enemy. They're not here to do anything good for you, your family, or anyone else that look like you. I don't care if they're black. As a matter of fact, we got black people around here now trying to get us shut down, attacking our shows, attacking our Discord server. Black people, not white people, not green people, yellow people, black people, enemies. Look, I can't tell you what to do, black people. I know what I do. Okay? You want to go around here, keep talking about, oh, well, you know, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not bad. You said I'm a little boy, can I even Buckner? Am I coming in clear, guys? Exactly. This is why we don't make any damn progress. Because we got people who are jealous. Okay? You got people who want to run me off this platform simply for the fact that they didn't create it and they didn't think about it, but they want to run me off so they can take it over.
Start new route or add to the active route.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My GPS is always activated sometimes. That says dumb shit. You said I'm coming in choppy? Hold on here. How about now? Well, let me turn off my hold on 1 second. Okay. How about now? Am I coming in better? How about now? Am I coming in better? Still a little choppy.
Yeah. Yeah, you coming in the you coming in there.
Could be the connection. You know, the connections. They've been janky ever since they've been implementing this new 5G everywhere. Which is really what this whole Corona thing is all about. But we won't say anything about that. Okay. But anyway, you have a pandemic out here, and we still have black people attacking other black people. You have other races, they're pulling together, they're unifying with their own people, and they're starting to become a force to be reckoned with. They're helping each other. Yeah, black people here on YouTube still tearing each other down, still talking about they're going to other environments. What environment are you going to now? You ain't going anywhere with this pandemic. Hold on one second here. One second, folks. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, Max.
He said hold for a moment. He's doing something. But I just want to thank everybody for showing up for the live here on the Ebony Star Network.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. We have a lot of janky stuff going on with these connections now. Like I said, this 5G is really screwing with a lot of things. A lot of towers are down. A lot of towers are unmanned. Packets aren't being refreshed. So there's a lot of janky stuff going on. So getting back to what I was saying, you have other races of people who are banding together. They understand what's going on. Okay, they're helping each other. They're staying with each other. They're hugging each other. They're supporting each other. We got Negroes running around here talking about, oh, black women are going to come crawling back to us. You got city femmes talking about, oh, black women are going to come crawling back to us. Crawling back to you for what? This is what I'm telling you. This is what's going on some of these streams. We're in the middle of a pandemic with a killer virus that is threatening to wipe out a large portion of the population on the entire earth. These niggas are talking about, well, black women are going to come crawling back from us now. Who's going to protect them from the coronavirus? Yeah, they're actually saying that. Yeah. Let me see one more time. Well, black women are going to come crawling back to us. Who's going to protect them from the coronavirus? So these Negroes think that a killer virus that's going around dropping people, they're going to protect you from. They couldn't protect you before the virus came. They couldn't protect you before we got into this crisis. But somehow they can protect you now from a killer virus that is threatening to wipe out a significant population of this planet. Make that make sense to me. Let's go over that one more time. They couldn't protect you before the virus hit. They couldn't protect you. They were too cowardly to protect you before the crisis hit. So now they're saying You're going to black women are going to come crawling back to them because somehow they couldn't protect you before. They can protect you now from a killer virus that is threatening to wipe out a significant part of the population of this globe. Because somebody, I don't, wow. Wow. What do you say to that? I mean, they've been saying some really crazy things. Saying things like 1% of black women choose educated lanes and 99% of black women choose thugs. I mean, you saying that because you're panicking? I mean, how are you saying stuff like that? Yeah, I'm with you, Auntie. Look, you don't like us, then stay the hell away from us. Okay? Don't come in here with your BS and nonsense. We don't want to hear it. We don't care that you're saving yourself. Go save yourself. You better save yourself now. You don't have no choice. Because this corona is no joke. It's not a phony. It's the real deal. You don't believe me? Go down to New York and look at those reefers filled with dead bodies. Oh, it's real. Hey, come on, check this out, right? Hey, man, I don't have the patience for this stuff today. Okay? Go troll someone else. We're talking about serious shit here. This is about black people, okay? This has nothing to do with you. We're talking about, this is black people's business. What are you doing in here anyway? You're not black. This is black people's business. What are you doing in here? Can someone get him out of here, please? Coming here with that. They're not even black. Fuck out of here. Anyway, so yeah. And so this is the real deal. So now you got weak Negro like that one coming here, well, not in here, saying on these panels in the middle of this crisis that black women are going to come crawling back to them. And they're supposed to be able to protect. I don't know how they're going to protect her. They can protect her before with anything. How do you protect them now when you have a killer virus out here? This is ridiculous. But this is what we have when we should be unifying, okay? We got people doing petty shit. They're coming on panels running their damn mouth about they don't attack people when they are attacking other black people. Doing petty shit, selfish shit. We are in a crisis. We need every able man, woman, and child. We can't afford the coonery. No one can, listen, these white folks right now don't give a damn about your coonery. They're trying to save themselves. No one has any time right now for you buck dancing. And again, the Butter Biscuit Bakery has been shut down. There are no more butter biscuits being handed out. So when are you going to hang out? So what are you going to camp out in front of the bakery for? It's closed. You need to be over here in the black community trying to get your black card back. This is a golden opportunity for some of you coons to come back home. This is serious. We need to be working together, coming together, helping each other. All this side shit, later for that. All that shoe shuffling, fucking peanut butter sliding, all that shine shit, later for that. I'm telling you right now, we don't have any friends out there. No one gives a damn about what happens to us. Look at what they're doing to black people who've been instructed to walk around and protect themselves from the corona by wearing masks and gloves. Some of them are being shot and having guns pulled out on them. That tells you right there what they think about us. And you want to coon? You want to tap dance? You want to shoe shuffle? You want to shuck and jive? You want to buck dance? You want to dance a jig? Seriously? You slick Negroes need to snap out of it. This is a golden opportunity for those of you who felt or feel that you made a mistake and that you really care about your black people. You made a bad choice. Jump on the other side. Here's the opportunity for you to make good. Either jump your ass back over the other side of the fence with your people and roll up your sleeves and get involved and start helping your people. Start unifying with your people. So I'm telling you right now, that coon shit, it ain't working right now. White folks don't care nothing about that. This virus is on their ass. You need to be helping your people. Shout out to DeAndre, your great regime in the building. You need to be helping your people. Stop preaching all this nonsense. Stop hating black women. They aren't our enemy. Hoorah. Just DeAndre, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Okay, you know, I'm trying to say so much time. I think some of them may have made a mistake and they start to realize it. You know, I think some of them want to come back. But then again, like you said, we can't trust them, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, all this bullshit about hating black women or whatever, man, miss me with all that. I don't give a damn what you call me, a simp, a bimp, a crimp. I don't give a F. It's not going to change how I feel about black women. You're not going to stop me from loving black women or respecting black women. And you're not going to stop me from creating this environment. I'm not concerned. You can go take a walk over a cliff. And so my thing is that, in closing, before I open up the panel, I just wanted to say we have to stop backbiting. All this petty jealousy shit, it's got to stop. We are in a crisis. This is the real deal, people. No one's playing any games with us. You're not going to get any points. You're not going to get any points for holding up in broad daylight the meritorious mission. And again, the Butter Biscuit Factory is closed. Calling all systems, calling all coons. the Butter Biscuit Factory is closed. They're not handing out butter biscuits right now. You don't know when they're ever going to hand them out again. That white man is thinking about his own ass and his own people right now. He didn't call them Navy shit for you niggas. That's not what they're here for. Yeah, I hear Negroes going around talking about some, man, they're calling them some Navy hospital ships. Not for you. And with that being said, gonna open up the panel. Panel is open. The link is in the chat. Let me see who's on the panel. Shout out to okay, hold on. Let me check my damn panel here. I got Fonda Harris, Dame Frankie, and Just Andre Gray Regime in the building on the panel. What's up, fellas? What's up, everybody? Panel is now open, everybody. The link is in the chat.
Hey.
Hey, DeAndre.
Hey, Fonda. Hey.
Hey,
Dan.
gonna get to hear the voice of Black Sea Supreme. Hey, DeAndre.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Okay.
Stopping here. The back doing the Lord's work. You know, doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell these niggas the Butter Biscuit Factory closed. They still think it's open. They still think it's operational.
Well, I've been talking to my homeboy in the States, and yeah, like he's saying that white police officers don't have time to deal with black folks. They actually got too much time dealing with white folk that ain't listening about the standing order in place to stay in your house.
That's right. I'm telling you, man, they're not studying us right now. They ain't got no time. You guys are cooning for no reason. They're not paying you any mind right now.
Yeah.
You know, they got a big problem with their own people that they're trying to deal with.
Mm-hmm. You know what? For the first time, white people know what slavery is like. They got to walk around with papers to say they can go to and from.
Whoa.
I know, right? And it's killing them. So you know what? That's why, like, even in the truck stop, oh man, they're getting out, walking all over the place. They've never done that before. They're all over the place. I mean, they make sure you see them too. They're walking up and down the aisles in between trucks. They never done that before. Now suddenly, all of a sudden, they're all out walking about, wanting you to see them.
Yeah. Well, the problem is now they know with not like being under duress from the time that you leave your house until the time that you get back home, what it feels like. You know,
Andre, turn your volume up a little bit. You're real low.
okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Let
now?
me make sure I get the volume up.
Can you hear me? That's me. That's me.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
You got you.
Yeah, the problem is that they are they don't know what it feels like to be under duress from the time that they leave their house to the time that they get home, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not hurting black folk, right? Other than certain avenues, right? We're used to this. It feels like a regular day. The only thing is you just can't go to work, right? You know what I'm saying? Like us, this is unemployment. Right, you know what I'm saying? We all been through this, right? You know, people.
Hold on, one second, Andre. Somebody got some background noise. Somebody got a TV playing in the background.
Dang it.
Okay, go ahead, DeAndre. Got you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because you know, like it just feels like it just feels like a regular day being black. Growing up poor, right? The police out there checking on you. You can't be in groups. Get off the corner. You know, break it up. Where your papers at? Let me just pull you over for no reason. I got a reason. I'm gonna see if I can find the reason. I can't wait for one of these police officers to shoot one of these people. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. I want them to be white lives matter in the streets when the police officers start murdering them because they won't stay their butt in the house and do what they told. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them to the police officer to jail. They ain't, right? They are really finding out what their government think of them. All them people that voted on dude in the office, all of them with these Republicans, it's like, get rid of the Mexicans. But here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. Black people walking around, it's not affecting them. And my friend told me, he said, this right now, like, white people are coming on our side of town to get stuff. To get stuff. Like, he said, man, when he's at in Petersburg in Virginia, if you cross the bridge, it's locked down. If you go on the other side of the bridge, it's a regular day. And I'm on the side of the bridge where it's the hood, and it's a regular day. He said there's white people sneaking over at nighttime trying to get stuff.
Wow.
Trying to get stuff. Like, trying to get stuff. He said one white lady said she felt more safer over on our side than over there. When she was at. I was like, so what you do? He said, man, she was just talking to me, man. Like I didn't ask her. She's just talking. I was like, man. He said, yo, it's a regular day, man. He said, I got this paperwork for work, and to show it up, I got pulled over, and I showed the police. He said, nah, man, just slow down with the speed. You know what I'm saying? I know you're trying to get to work, you try to get home, just be safe with this corona. He said, as soon as he pulled me over, I handed him my license, registration, and the paperwork. He was like, nah, you good? He said, it was a white police officer. He said, man, just slow down, just watch the speed. I know you're trying to go. He said, white folk, man, they got them lined up. They got them lined up, giving them tickets and fines because they know they ain't going to work.
You know what, man? You know what? I noticed something, right? White people all of a sudden are being nicer to me. Where I'm going where white people are, they're coming out, greeting, they're giving me extra stuff. I got an extra bottle of, I went into the pilot earlier today. Guy gave me an extra case of water out of nowhere. He said, go ahead, brother, you can have it. I was like, really? I mean, they're being like, I wonder what's going on with them.
Well,
they're being extra nice. Uh-huh.
Well, because, you know why they're being extra nice? Because they know when stuff hit the fan, black folk will still move and get them stuff they need to get. You own a truck, you're a truck driver. They need the supplies, right? They ain't stupid.
Yeah.
They ain't stupid. Like, if you look at all the industries where this nation has to rely on stuff, it's in the industries of service. Amazon is mostly made up of minority employees, mainly black. Look at every Amazon center or the coastal region there, the major cities where it's not got a whole bunch of black folks. Folk don't go to work and go to Amazon. Everybody get no package. And businesses still need those packages. Those masks. Hospitals are buying those chicken. Like Amazon, people think Amazon is just consumer based. It's also corporate based. Black folk is in there. There's a lot of black truck drivers nowadays. A lot of them. A big uptake. Guess who's the only ones really on the road? Black truck drivers. You still got to get to work on public transportation in your city. Think how many white bus drivers you see at transit work? They're all minorities. Black folk. Black folk. Black folk gonna go to work. You may complain while we there, but we gonna go.
Yeah, I got some kind of static coming in. No, Chi-Town facts, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not calling for these guys to come back and protect black women. What I'm saying is that there's no need for cooning. We're in the middle of a pandemic that's affecting all of us. And the time for cooning is over. You need to come into the black community and start helping your black people. Because right now, cooning is a waste of time. you want to try to get your black card back, come back and try to do some things, some good deeds to help your people. But since that's not going to happen, I guess it's just wishful thinking. But no, I'm not calling for them to come back to protect black women because they're not going to protect them anyway. They didn't protect them before. They won't protect them now. As a matter of fact, I just got finished talking about the bullshit that they were saying about the black woman's going to come crawling back to them because they can somehow protect the black woman from the coronavirus, which is ridiculous.
You know what, Max? Can I weigh on the brother that came here with this? All the women over here have been or been in a relationship with a black man or they split, right? So I'm going to speak to the guy that's on the other side of the fence, right? I respect black women. I married the one. It is what it is. But I don't go ahead for all the money to that. But I would say this to you, brother. What you need to do is you need to, like they say over there, stay out of their spaces. We can do what we want over here. This is our space over here. No more negotiate what you tell them. Right?
Oh, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? It's up to, this is Max's phone, this is the Ebony Star Network. I have no jurisdiction over here. But I'm going to tell you this. The people that you need to be angry with, why don't you go over to the swirling community, go to Crystal and Carson's panel with that fuckery. The people that are actually supporting each other, right? That's what it is. People supporting each other over here. But just go over to Crystal and Carson. They got it on wax that they don't like black men. Go over there. Y'all have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying?
You wonder why who left? You wonder why who left Chi-Town, Facts? Who? We just threw a sissy bim out of here. We don't allow them in here. I was talking on some black people overall stuff that we got to start helping each other because other races of people are unifying. We need to unify. Okay? And I'm not sure what I'm not sure what it is that you're saying. You want to come on the panel and express yourself here? Let me drop the link in the chat so you can come up here if you want. Feel free to come up here and express yourself because I'm a little confused as to what it is. We don't support SYSBM or nothing like that over here. What I was saying was I was on some black people overall stuff that we got to work together, and you know, and cooning right now is useless. Okay, so instead of cooning, help your black people. That's basically what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about these sissy bims coming over here to protect. First of all, they can't protect black women. Okay, so I'm not calling them over here to protect black women. So I'm just a little confused. Oh, okay, all right, okay. So I just wanted to clear that up. No, Julie, let him stay. It was just a misunderstanding, I think. Yeah, Mama Rain, you're more interested in the black woman's downfall. You know, they're saying crazy things like the black woman's going to come crawling back, like they can save them from the coronavirus. Just stupid stuff. But no, I was on here trying to get an overall message out to black people that we have to start working together. This pandemic is real. You know, try to put aside some petty differences, you know, and unify. Because I see other races doing it right now. They are banding together. They're helping each other, and this is what we need to be doing.
You know, Max?
Yes.
Right? And just like the Supreme Commander, you know what I'm saying? Like, he does it a little bit softer than you. You're the hard stick. You know what I mean? He's the carrot, right? And you guys, and whether these guys don't understand it or not, because they're from a younger generation, right? The younger generation, which is younger than me, right? So they're the late 80s, 90 babies, right? So they don't understand that old school, I'm gonna be hard on you to get you to do right, right? This is the way men talk to young men, or you know what I'm saying? And that's how you get them right. So you're doing wrong, you know what I mean? You know, if they grew up where I grew up at, they'd have probably killed themselves by now because they so weak in the head.
Yeah.
The stuff that was told to me by men to get me to act right. But what I'm going to say, Max, is, and I say this to the Supreme Commander all the time, right? I say this to a lot of other people. I say this to a lot of our pro-blacks that no matter what, even by you sitting up here and addressing the young man, he wasn't disrespectful, so I give him that, right?
Right.
And he's asking these questions, and he's doing it to get a rise to redirect the conversation in a way where you are getting away from what needs to be done, and that's putting out pertinent information, talking about this, actually letting the ladies cue in on this, because we have to redirect our attention to what he's saying in the chat room. And this is what I would say. The 2/3 policy is now in effect.
Yeah, he's starting to show his true colors. I'm looking at his post in the chat. He started to show his true colors.
Exactly, right? And the 2/3 policy is in effect, right? If you feel safer over there, that's fine. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this to you real quick, like. When that purge come, you know that movie that they had?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Where the white folks was taking each other out, right? You notice there ain't that many black folk running around the Walking Dead show, right? It's actually telling you something. This is actually telling you something. So what I'm going to explain to you is this. You're worried about too much. If you're worried about a woman right now, why this is going on, if you're worried about why they ain't rolling up on you, because they don't feel that you're worthy of protecting them. Because you wouldn't be messing around in these spaces. You'll be over there with Becky. You'll be over there with Ling Ling. You'll be over there with Maria. You know what I'm saying? You'll be, you know what I mean? You'll be getting stoves, bunk beds, and face masks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being really honest with you. Right now, your personal feelings aside, at the end of the day, you are a black person. Regardless of how you may feel on earth about the opposite sex. There are women on this panel, in this space, in this community, on this platform, Ebony Star, Grey Regime, do not care about what you do in the confines of your bedroom, because that is your business. What we do care about is you throwing your people underneath the bus.
That's right.
That's all. And this ain't the time for you to do it.
Tell him, Dre.
I'm like, it's never the time to do it, but especially right now. You're worrying about why dinner ain't cooked while the house is burning down. If you're supposed to be one of those educated people, do not, I mean, do not, by any means necessary, do not make stupid decisions like this. At all. At all. I don't care what problems I got with certain people. That can wait. Right now, we got a whole pandemic going on. This is a reset.
That's right.
And actually, after this is over with, black people should take advantage. Look in your hood. All of those businesses were foreign businesses from Asians. They're shut down. They're gone. After this is over with, we need to go snatch them up. You say there ain't no black businesses? Well, guess what? The only trusted businesses right now are black businesses. Remember, Max, you were saying that the soul food restaurants was all the way around the corner somewhere. They was packed up. People was buying all the food from the soul food restaurants. Like, It's crazy.
Uh-oh. Looks like Max fell off. Everybody still there? Dame, you still there? DeAndre,
Yeah,
you
I'm
still
still
there? Okay. Looks like Max is coming back. You there, Max?
Yeah. I lost my connection temporarily. I'm good though. I'm back. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to. You guys can chime in. What's being said?
No, I just wanted to comment on what DeAndre said. You know, you're worried about dinner being burned and the house is burning down. And that's exactly the way that it is. Spending all this time worrying about all of these other things that have absolutely nothing to do with the big picture. People are dying. Lives are limited. You know, the times that you can be outside is limited. I mean, do you guys really understand what's going on? Yet you want to sit here and have these menial arguments back and forth about who's better or who's worse. So crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Oh, the connection is really acting out today.
Okay, so Chi-Town Facts says, no, that's not true. I'm with an organization called 100 Black Men for Black Community Improvement, and I'm a 50-year-old Black man who's been working with gang interests for 30 years. That is wonderful. I applaud you for that. That is great. I don't know what that was in reference to. It may have been
Yeah,
something
look,
that was
Chi-Town. Chi-Town. You don't have to write any paragraphs in the chat. You know, you said you're a man. Well, the link is getting ready to come out. You can come up here and be a man about what you're saying. There's the link right there in the chat. Okay? We don't do the paragraph thing. Come up in here if you're the man you say you are, and be man enough to speak your mind amongst other men up here. We don't allow no going back and forth and fighting with the women up here. There are 2 men up here that you can have a conversation with. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
again, the link is in the chat, bro. You know,
Right.
we don't do all of this back and forth, man. We're men. Let's, you know, come up here and conversate like men.
Max, see, this
Yeah.
this is the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, this is the problem. I think it's an echo. The goalpost is always being moved.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, fine, dude. If you want to talk to the men, we're right up here on the panel. Okay, click on that link that says StreamYards.
No, hey Max,
Okay.
Max.
Huh?
Here's a suggestion.
Yeah.
Here's a suggestion, Max, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They were told by their supreme, right? You know what I mean, by the League of Hypocrisy, that they are not to engage with women in the panel.
The derelicacy.
Right. So what he wants to do, right, is regulate things so we can engage with him. right? The women ain't, because if he comes up here and he talks to us, because the women are not going to say anything if we're talking to each other, right? Right? Right?
Mhm.
They're going to be here, but they're not going to say anything. But see, what he wants us to do, or you to do, is kick the women off the panel so he can come up here and have this conversation. So that means he's got some superiority, right? And these women, they don't understand submissiveness means I'm working with you. It doesn't mean slavery, right? They don't
Exactly.
they don't get
Exactly.
that, right? And a woman has to willfully do it, but you have to actually show that she can trust you to do it. Right? But since he wants to go with that and he keeps moving the goalposts, because you didn't come in here and you didn't say, I'm doing this for the black community. You didn't come in here and say certain things. You came in here throwing chairs. And then when you get called out on it, you want to put up that I'm so pro-black that this, that, and the third. No, you're not. Because if you were pro-black, you wouldn't be throwing the women underneath the bus. You talk about gang prevention, right? That's quote-unquote dog whistle language with, I work with black boys. I do this. I've been doing it for 30 years. Then you should understand the plight of black people, period, of these mothers. Of if you look on the other side of these so-called whoever. Now, here's my question to you. Why are you here? And if you're not, why are you still here? There are women up on the panel. They're not even talking. It's me and Max. These are two men talking. Right?
That's right.
Right? And you don't want to come up here because another man told you that you couldn't. Right? Another man told you that you couldn't. Max gave you the opportunity to speak. We don't do it from the chat room. We don't go in your spaces. So why the hell are you over here? Then take your 50-year-old, I wish I had some pussy ass on somewhere. Go on
You
somewhere.
heard him. Somebody get him out of here. That punk out of here. Everybody, hey, let's welcome Dr. G. Hey, Dr. G, how are you? What a pleasant surprise.
I'm sorry to the ladies on the panel. I'm sorry.
No
Dr.
problem
G,
here.
hey, what a pleasant surprise.
No problem.
Dr. G's in the house. Yeah, Dre, you know these guys coming here with this BS, man. So this is what I'm talking about. You see, people, we got black people doing stuff like this. We have a crisis on our hands. Okay, we need to be working together. You guys coming here pulling stunts like that. Don't tell me you a man and you're afraid to come up here and speak amongst men. So what, they're women on the panel? They're minding their own business.
Hey, like I said, you can't, like they say, don't go in their spaces, right? Don't come in their warehouse, right? You know what I mean? Don't come in the black women female haters club. Okay, we don't go over there. We don't engage with you. We can say whatever we want on our panels, just like y'all can go over there and say whatever you want. You stay on your side of the line, we stay on our side of the line. Come over here disrespecting. Like you said, Max, you come to your town with guns, you get shot, right?
Get shot. That's right.
They don't negotiating with terrorists. They're terrorists. They're terrorists of the black community. You can have your opinion. You can be respectful. If you want to do dialogue, you can do dialogue. But you ain't going to come over here throwing chairs and rocks and stuff, and we got a whole big crisis going on, and we need to band together and get this information out.
That's
Them
right.
white folks got a 24-hour news cycle. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like,
Asians do too.
Asians do too. I'm in a whole nother country and I'm watching 3 different news cycles. But guess what? I turn on our news cycles where we got a voice, where we got something. They ain't really talking about this COVID-19. They talking about other foolishness. They talking about Kim Kardashian's butt. They talking about the club, and they talking about who album coming out. The only platforms we got still for our culture is what, like the radio stations and stuff like that, right? I got one interview from the Breakfast Club, where they got a doctor, a black man that's a surgeon, that's telling things and dropping jewels and knowledge, but it's all conjecture. He can only say but so much on risk of losing his job. But we got these platforms. We doing 8, 9 hour streams.
That's just. Hold on 1 second, Andre. Let me introduce you to Ani DeLuz. Ani DeLuz, that's just the Andre from the Great Regime. That's my Great Regime brother. Also a big supporter of the Ebony Star Network. She wanted to know who you was, Andre.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, so we sitting up here doing 8, 9 hour streams, throwing chairs back and forth at each other. Right? We talking about the relationships between men and women. That's gonna handle itself. But first, we gotta make it to the next day alive.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reset button. Somebody hit the reset button because they didn't like how it was going. How powerful it is.
Yeah, check this out. I heard one fool say that 1% of black women choose educated lames and 99% choose thugs. Kind of not. Where do they get these statistics from, man?
Well, listen, guys. It's okay. Let me listen. If you listen to what these guys say, it always goes back to the prom. It always goes back to the prom.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they're rejected. They're complaining. They already told you they're complaining. Me personally, I wouldn't even really mention them dudes ever again. Because they don't matter. They don't matter. Right? Every time you talk about them, you bring them up, you give them validation. Then they have a mitigated goal to bring themselves into your spaces and throw chairs where you gotta waste time. Well, you gotta waste time. There's other things to talk about. Like the sister Vonda here, you ready to go back to work. Like the sister Neek talking, she's up there in New York and talking about how they people's bodies in freezer box trailers. Because they can't think about all those people that died and they can't be buried properly. They're gonna have to cremate. The families can't get closure, they can't grieve because they got one relative after another. The life insurance, think about it, the life insurance industry is going to plummet. Look at all them payouts they're gonna have to do. Think about all of that property that's gonna have to come up. There's gonna be people gonna be fighting over wills and stuff like that. Or if the person died in that household and that property's worth a lot, what if the government comes in or the city comes in and say, oh no, you gotta do X, Y, and Z, or we'll take it off your hands for a penny on the dollar and Joe Buck get that whole city block and gentrify your butt up out of there. There's a lot of stuff that's about to happen, and we sitting up here arguing with a bunch of rejects from the mid-90s and early 2000s because they weren't chosen.
Yeah, and you know what? We looked up, when you look up the word lame, right? I'm having a hard time making a connection. I mean, when you look at the definition and you hear this whole phrase, educated lame, I have no idea what they're referring to. And I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what an educated lame is, right? The educated lame is remember Family Matters?
Yeah.
Remember Steve Urkel?
Steve Urkel? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the educated lame. That's what they put themselves as Steve Urkel. Right? Right? But see, the difference between them and Steve Urkel is Steve Urkel continued to improve on himself, and it's not that she liked him because he weren't wearing her down. He got confident in himself. And when she grew up and she saw the confidence and he stopped really worrying about her but pursuing what he needed to pursue because that's what he wanted to pursue, then if you can conquer the environment, a woman will come. Now, if you give me my opinion, the woman that chose him, that loved him for who he was, the love interest on the show, Myra, looked better than the woman he was going after the whole time. And she was better suited for him. She was into the same stuff. She was beautiful. She was pretty. But these dudes want the women that are not suited for them. They want what they want, right? And not what they need. And they're still stuck on it because they were told something. If you get this, if you get that, they'll come to you. They're spewing this. Once this coronavirus, all the black women going to come back. No, they're not.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah, I
got it
heard that,
beforehand,
yeah.
you get them now.
But they never left. Where did they go? First of all, where did the black women go? What do you mean
Well,
come back? Where did they go in the first place?
Well, I'm gonna say like this, right? I'm gonna say like this. If how should I say like this? What they're saying is, because this coronavirus is happening, right, and women's nature, right? What they're saying is, because they can't do such and such, they can't go to work, they need provisions, they need this, and since you have the provisions, because every one of these dudes is like is a multi-thousandaire, right? They six figures, right? They six figures, right? They are top of the pantheon of black wealth.
Expectations. Yeah, low expectations. How many higher expectations than that? 6 figures. Hell, you can't even. In some areas, 6 figures isn't enough. That's no money now.
Exactly, right? So when you look at it, you know what I'm saying, the top of black wealth or whatever, now they don't want the sisters that got their own thing, right? They don't want the sisters that are doing it, that are putting in work, that have their education. What they want is they want the women that they feel are beneath them. Why do you think they go to these third world countries and get these dirty foot chicks? They want a woman where she has no other option but to rely solely on them, only for economic means, and they can treat them as a plaything and a slave. They don't want a partner, they want a slave.
That's
because
right. I said
some
they want a
woman
slave.
they ran up against, where they was outside of their wealth or outside of who they should be getting, right? Ran their pockets, and they just want revenge. They want a revenge tour, and they took it through the ringer. And here's the problem, Max: about 75% of them never been in a relationship with a woman in the first place, right? The rest of the 25% of the older generation that's talking about how they chose wrong, but they won't admit to say that they chose wrong. Like, if I deal with a woman and she treats me messed up, that's not on me. That's on her. But if I keep picking the same woman over and over again and getting the same result, it's my fault now, because I keep choosing wrong. That's just straight up. It's not that she's black, she's white, she's this, she's that. Right? And if you're throwing a black woman underneath the bus, I'm gonna tell you, Becky is probably the most cold-hearted, period. Because a lot of your talking points come from the white men that complain about Becky. Because that MGTOW started from white men.
Mm-hmm.
That woman bashing started from white men. The problem is that when one of these black boys go out here and decide to act like one of these white men and shoot up one of these schools or one of these yoga studios or beat a woman half to death, all black men are going to be looking messed up. See, when a white dude does it, it's just a person. We're not even considered people. So the problem is Max, is that these dudes wouldn't have a voice, right? Because a lot of times the women that they want don't even know they exist. They don't even have enough. They don't have enough courage to even let the woman know that they exist, even if they get turned down. Max, I'm pretty sure between me and you, we done probably tried to talk to so many women in our life and got turned down a lot. You know what I mean? And it's not because of looks or whatever. It's just that she was just not into you that day. She wasn't. It wasn't nothing there, or you didn't
Exactly.
do it. Yeah, it's just her choice.
That's the game.
That's the
That's the game. That's
exactly.
the way it is. Okay, you get turned down. We all been turned down. So what? There's plenty of beautiful black women out here. You get turned down. Okay, you dust yourself off. You go pitch your game to another black woman. You know, you just keep it moving, man. You don't start hating black women. You don't start feeling some kind of way. That's weak. I'll be right back. Y'all got to go on me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we over here talking. Vonda, y'all can go ahead. I don't want to talk y'all off. Go ahead.
Well, the people like what you're saying, but I totally agree. Because on Ladies' Night, we were talking about a situation where there was a gentleman who was, petitioning for a divorce, and this man was blind. The woman had left him. She was supposed to be gone. She was gone. She hadn't been back since. So he filed for divorce. So she left. It's been gone. She'd been gone months. She left their young child, with him. He had to take care of the baby. And she blamed him for her gaining 30 pounds because he cooked for her. And she said that he was too nice. Okay. So, everyone agreed that you're boy and she was trifling for being that way. But we got into a little bit of a, discussion about, him being a simp. And at the end of all of that, after everything she did, I ain't even name everything. That was just a list of some things she did. At the end of that, he still wanted to be with her. And my take, he wanted to still be with her after all of that, knowing everything that she had done. That's where he passes from the nice zone into simp. He's still a nice guy, but he becomes a simp after that because he already knows what she's all about. So, and then Khadijah was talking about, so if these guys are still going after people who are treating them like that, of course they're going to be bitter. But that's your fault for still staying with it. And it doesn't mean that all women are like that, all Black women. And it also goes the same for women who always choose a certain type of guy and then become bitter and say all Black men are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like it's like they always bring up the worst to the worst, right? Like what was that lady? She had like in Florida, she had like 14 kids, and she said somebody's got to pay for these kids, right? Right. And they use examples like that, but they won't use the example of a woman having having 1 or 2 or 3 kids, but they all going to school, or a Black woman that's married, right? And they have an actual great family nucleus, right? Like if you're going to make an example of what's messed up, you got to give, well, this is who you go after, right? This is the type of woman that you should be seeking versus this type of woman. Do not seek the dysfunctional type of woman, right? We all make the mistake.
Exactly.
We do that. We all, like you don't like whenever I would date a woman, Black, white, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? But whenever I would date a woman, I would ask her certain things, certain questions, like, hey, what's your, what I'm saying? How's, like we would in conversation, hey, what's your like, how many like brothers and sisters do you have? If she don't have any brothers, right, and she just have nothing but sisters, right, that means the family has the household is heavily feminized, right? Do you have a father? Yeah. No, but I have a stepfather. Okay, what's your relationship with your mother, with your stepfather, or your father, right? You don't have to meet them, but in that conversation, she will tell you a lot. Oh man, my stepfather, he runs stuff. Okay, she has a respect factor for men. Now, if she talks with disdain about that man, within reason, by you getting to know her, you're starting to see where you need to go, right? Now, if there's men in the house, boys in the house, brothers, then there is some stuff in there. Oh, I'm the only girl, but I have like a whole bunch of brothers. Okay, even if there's not a man in the house, then what is your relationship with your brother? Oh, they love me, they protect me. This is what's going on. Oh, I don't really talk to my brother. They out there running the streets, such and such, such and such. Okay, how does your mom feel about it? Well, she kind of, let them get away with murder and she be on me hard. Okay, now you see that dichotomy of, okay, there's something going on here. That doesn't mean that this person is a bad person. It means you're going to have to muck through a lot of other stuff and a lot of issues. Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared to put that on your shoulders as a man? And the question is, maybe or maybe not. We don't date anymore, or what they call courting. We don't do that anymore. Everything's instant. People are having kids with people and only known them for 60 days, and that's not a long time to know anybody. That is not a time to know anybody. We don't court anymore. We don't take time to talk over coffee or have a dinner or a brunch or a lunch. We don't take time for that because everything is instant. Now as a young man, I did my fair share of debauchery and foolery and whatever. And you got to learn, but it's like these brothers, they're hurt. I understand the hurt, but this ain't the space for your hurt. You got your own space for hurt. And don't come over here where you see nothing but black women over here and come over here throwing chairs because you want attention. This ain't the space for that. Matter of fact, you need to get off of YouTube and go talk to a psychiatrist or something. Because you got a lot of underlying issues. You got some mommy issues. You got an Oedipus complex. You got some narcissism going on. You got low self-esteem. I would call it like they say on the Boondocks. I'm not going to say the B word, but I'm going to call it pussy dependency. You're suffering from a lot of stuff, right? You need to talk to somebody. Matter of fact, maybe if you get you what you call, quote unquote, like, because if you notice, they keep saying they're not being chosen, but they're not putting in the work to be chosen. They're not attempting to choose, right? A lot of men don't reach the prime of their existence until they get older. I noticed the older I got, the easier it was for me to get women, even though I was not trying to. I was just having general conversation. The older that I got, it was easier.
Isn't
because
that easy? It's really that easy.
Yeah.
It really is that easy.
Yeah. Because I did, and I realized what it was, Vonda. I realized what it was. When I would go out, and I did this, and someone taught me this. When I would go out and I would like, man, I got to get chick. I got to get on. I got to get on it. That energy, it's like you're hunting something, right? You're giving off this just weird energy, this creepy vibe, right? And women can feel that, right? When I went out just to have a good time, I didn't care about if women were there, it was the plus, but I was just there just to have a good time. I always ran into a woman. She may not be the best, might not be the worst, but I always had that interaction where we call it getting your reps. Getting your reps. That's what dating is getting your repetition so you can be a productive member of society by getting married and procreating and having babies. That's what it is. So I noticed if I go out and I just have a good time, and not all the time that I came out with somebody or whatever, but it didn't feel like I failed or wasted anything. And then when I would have the conversation with a woman, it just naturally happened. Then I start to pick up on vibes and being more choosy. Let me make the eye contact first. Let me feel her energy first. Maybe she just don't want to be bothered that day. You know, maybe she's just out and she's going through something. Maybe if you actually act like you cared, you can have a conversation. And maybe in that conversation, you can find out, man, I don't want to deal with her. She got too much baggage. I got to go. She may be a little loose in the head. Like, you know, maybe there's a lot of women that I had crushes on growing up in high school and stuff like that I look back now and they did me a favor. They did me a favor by not choosing me. They did me a favor. Like sometimes the universe is looking out for you because you're not chosen at that time. But we got more important things to do. I'm like, well, but it's going to get worse because they in the house and they lonely and they really feeling it now.
All right, everybody, I'd like to welcome to the chat, Brother Bro Speak. What's up, Bro Speak? Welcome to the panel.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
What's going on? What's on your mind, bro?
Yeah, I was listening to the conversation and I was seeing what the guy was putting in the chat. And I think as DeAndre was right, I mean, a lot of these guys are suffering from that rejection that they had. And the women that they wanted didn't want them. And they're taking it out on all the women that they've dealt with. I mean, all the women that they see. And and I see some guys go after women who's not trying to be, they're trying to be on their side. And they're going after them like they're the enemy. And it's like, dude, you're trying to make an enemy out of it so that you don't need to make an enemy.
Okay, it sounded like you faded out there at the end. Didn't really hear all of that.
Oh, he dropped off.
Yeah, I think he has.
Okay, I didn't really hear that last part. Yeah, but this right here, you know, we look like, you know, we look real bad right now. Our people look real bad. You see, what other races people are seeing these people on this social media, and they think all of us are fools, you know. And it's foolish for you to think that you're going to go to someone else's environment, especially now when they're shutting down state borders. Not going anywhere. So wherever you are, you stuck for right now. So you need to be burying hatches and trying to recoup some of your blackness, and help your people before people find out who you are and figure you out and start laying some wood to you. Okay, because you can't go anywhere right now. You stuck with the Negroes you around. They shut down. I went through Texas yesterday. Actually, I'm still in Texas. I came out of Louisiana to Texas. Man, they stopping you about what? 20 miles in. There's a checkpoint. All passenger cars got to get off the interstate. If you're coming from Louisiana, they're turning you around. But if you're a truck, you're a commercial truck, you can go on through. You can stay and keep going. But if you're a passenger car, they stopping you and you come from Louisiana, they turning you back around. They don't even want you in their state.
Oh yeah, but you knew that was going to happen because they, you know, the white folks in Texas, they still ain't recovering from all of them black people infiltrating they think from Louisiana going to Katrina. All them black folks taking their good white jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, they ain't trying to have.
Yeah, I'm in Texas right now. That came through yesterday. They got that big checkpoint, and they got that police. You know how they set up like a mobile headquarters? They got it sitting right there on that overhead bridge, man. They ain't playing no games. If you come out of Louisiana, they turn you back around. They don't even want you in their state.
Man, but you know what, Matt? You know why they're doing this? because they were promised something by their supreme leaders and it didn't come. Right? Right? So imagine if someone told you if you do such and such, it will happen, and it doesn't happen. Right? They thought that this coronavirus, the Corolla, the killer, or whatever, right, was going to bring the women come running after them, laying down, please let me get the provisions and stuff to keep the life.
Where the hell did they get this?
Because they were told that. They were told that. You know who told them that, Max. It was a stream up. You was on the brother music stream. It was on the elder stream. He said it out of his mouth. A 60-year-old, leader of the League of Hypocrisy, right? He told them that. He made several streams. Right?
Wait a minute. Did he say the same thing when the food stamps were being cut off or supposedly cut off?
Yeah.
And then it happened then neither?
Yes. Yes. Listen. That is a cult over there.
Black women, according to them, you're supposed to go running back to them with open arms.
Yeah. Now, Max. That's why I said it. I said, oh, they're giving out stimulus checks. Oh, they're giving out $1,200, $500 per kid. Oh yeah, they definitely ain't coming back now. Like matter of fact, you can't even give Maria and the Dirty Foot Alliance stones and bunk beds because they getting stimulus checks. Like they group of men poppies in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they claiming extra cousins so they can get the extra $500 on that, and they ain't even paying taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? This is the problem. They're in the house alone. Why do you think they're doing 8, 9, 10-hour streams? They're alone. Right? And you know what they hearing in their apartment building? Nothing but flesh hitting flesh. Loud noises, beds shaking, screaming, babies making, slow jam. That's all they hearing. They're being tortured.
They mad as hell. That's why they making them streams.
Yeah, they sexually listen. They can't even get on Pornhub. You know why? Because it's slowed down. Because the white incels are paying them premium packs. They cutting them off. Look, Max, it's terrible, man. Like they are sitting there angry. Max, if you have a woman and you're sitting in an apartment building and only thing that you're hearing is, "Hey girl, how you doing? I brought you some stuff. Oh, come on in here. You ain't okay, I give her," and you just hear it all night. More babies being made, people up there Netflix and chilling. You hear all this. You hear this. You can tell when a black woman is happy because she waking up in the morning playing her favorite songs, her love you songs, and cleaning the house. Right? You already know what that is, and they just sitting in the house watching whatever they watch, eating their TV dinner. They smelling all that cornbread and grits and bacon and eggs and good home cooked meals, and black people are acting like they did back in the early 60s, and the only thing that you got is to get on YouTube. That's all you got. I don't agree.
They got Virginia locked down too. My wife told me this morning. Yeah, they got Virginia locked down too.
Yeah, you gotta ride around with papers. You gotta ride around with papers to say you going to work or you gonna catch a fine and go to jail. Like, yeah. But think about it. But think about, this is why they're angry. Once you understand why they're angry, then it makes sense to you, right? And then you can either engage or disengage with these people, right? And I choose to not engage with them. But they do make us look bad. But guess what? We control the narrative. So if we get out there and we say that we're not with this foolery, right? Because you can't hold them, right? You can't hold them accountable because you got a person that my elder, older than you, Max, running around here, giving them the cause to go run around and chop women's heads off. Like he ain't got a daughter. Because when he was up here on this space crying that he was going to leave when he had a daughter, right? And because someone said put that out there that this is his daughter's Facebook, and I don't think, and I do not condone that whatsoever. I remember him telling a young man that he was going to, like Max said, hit him in the dunker, right? Because he said some disparaging remarks about his daughter. And he was going to do it to his mother and make him like it. Now, let me get this straight. The sister Vonda here is someone's daughter. The sister Neek is someone's daughter. All these women in this panel is someone's daughter, someone's wife, someone's mother. Someone, and in some cases, you know, I'm not putting women's age out there, but in some cases, someone's grandmother, someone's auntie, someone's godmother. So why can't they get that same modicum of respect? That's why I call them the League of Hypocrisy. And this is all they got. Because guess what? If you met them in real life, they'd be quiet as 7 church mice. If you can't walk up to a woman and tell her how you feel about her and understand that you will be rejected, then you are a coward. What's the thing?
Absolute coward.
Find a tall building, drink some bleach, and dive headfirst off of it. Because if you can't talk to a black woman that will understand you, then how you going to talk to a Becky? The reason why you got to go to these third world countries is you ain't got to speak. You just got to pull out them American dollars. Because Dusty Dirty Foot Maria, she can't speak English.
Nope.
Because the only thing you really want, you want to see what that mouth will do. And in some cases, that's all you really want.
Oh, so we got Brother Speak back. Brother Speak.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to get off for a second. Yeah, I mean, it's. I understand what just DeAndre saying with some of them. I understand some of the criticism that they have, but when you take it to the point where it's just bashing, to the point of you just want to.
Okay, well,
see,
let me
stop
you there. Let me stop you there. You said you understand some of the criticisms they have. What are those criticisms? Because I don't understand anything. I don't understand anything that they're doing. I don't give anything. So what are these?
I understand. Well, some of the black women are acting the way that they are saying, but I know that there's some that are not. And
well, see, we have to see this one-sided story. You know, is beginning to be a bit much. You have to understand, women nest in environments. Men lead the environment, right? So if you have derelict behavior in the environment, that's going to corrupt the people that's in the environment. And so if you are the leader and people are following you and they see derelict behavior, they're going to think it's okay to do it because it's been condoned by you. You see, when you go to the Chinese community, right? The men don't act like that. When you go into a Chinese restaurant, that Chinese man is about his business, and his woman is the same way. You go to these nail salons, right? The Chinese man on that salon, he's about his business. He got a stone business face on. His woman looks exactly the same way. See, because he regulates the behavior in his environment. So when you have derelict Negroes who are going around here having sex with whatever runs by or blows by or whatever, making all of these babies, all these baby mamas, okay, not taking care of business, not getting jobs, being homosexuals, living off of the women. Well, the women in the environment are going to think that that's okay to behave that way because the leader is doing it. So the leader is condoning this behavior in his environment. So the women are doing what all followers do. They are following the leader. I made a stream about this.
Yeah.
She is following the leader. So if you think it's okay, wait a minute. So if you are in the environment acting right, first of all, we don't talk about the Negroes that act ratchet in the environment. Ones that are out in the streets selling drugs, doing all kinds of drive-bys, shoot them up, stick them up, okay, beating up people in the street, fighting, busting out people's doors, and destroying property, and making single baby mamas. Okay, this is ratchetness. So if the black woman is seeing this, oh, the leader is doing it, so it must be okay. So now she's doing it. She's following you.
Well, I was going to say that I understand what you're saying. A lot of that it is one-sided because they don't take into account, like when they say that the black community was ruined by the black women, and that's when I say, okay, yeah, black women have that part, but there are a lot of parts that's not being talked about. The raggedy dudes, the damn dudes.
Hold on a second. Everybody, the nation, the Gray Regime, welcome to the panel. Supreme Commander of the Gray Regime, Commander Cerulean Gray. Hoorah!
Hoorah, hoorah! Greetings, esteemed Max.
What's going on?
Esteemed DeAndre, esteemed Lady Vonda. I'm not familiar with who the other two are. The greetings. What are we talking about?
Well, we was talking about well, the original title was embracing enemies and destroying friends, but after I did my rant, we kind of got off into other things such as black people helping each other in the time of crisis. Andre was doing a good job of talking about that, and just now, me and Mr. Bro Speak was engaged in a back and forth about black women copying their behavior that they see in the environment that they're nesting in. They're seeing this behavior from the leaders, so they're copying that behavior. They're following the leader. So this is going to be him, which is going back and forth before you came in.
Well, environments are crafted by men, landscaped by men, foundations of civilization laid by men, society laid by men. Men provide order. When men are weak, order is diminished. So if you're sitting here complaining about the behavior of the women, that's a poor reflection on the men. It's not really a poor reflection on the women.
Yes, sir.
And if you're gonna use the excuse, like the common excuse that derelict Negro males like to use, is that black women are being empowered by the white man, right?
Mm.
Well, I would say that they're being incentivized, yes. But that would mean that your target is really who? Right? So if you have a group of men that are using, say, your women like a tool or like a weapon, what is better? To sit there and break the weapons? To sit on the weapons? Because you still got to deal with that competing group of men that has the fucking weapons.
Yes, sir.
Right.
See, this
He
is
said that the issue me and him just had was he said that he agrees with some of their criticisms. I'm trying to figure out what is he talking about.
I said,
here's what it really is. Here's what it really is. A lot of these niggas that's running their mouth in these spaces, what they're really doing is they're trying to fucking get off all of the insults, all of the shit, all of the small ways that women over their lives have made them feel under the guise of criticism. And then whenever you look at their lives, as shitty as they are, they wonder why the fuck they can't get ahead. Because as our esteemed Jay Shine said, all they can think about is the girls. You look at all of the shit that's unfolding in these YouTube spaces now. This is all niggas doing.
I know.
See, y'all look at see what it is, and I see a lot of motherfuckers coming at Cerulean Gray and the Gray regime because Cerulean has been silent on the shit. But what's really pissing me off is what niggas are really mad at is that I don't hate certain people simply because they hate them. I am not a popular nigga. I don't go with the popular crowd.
Get him, Commander.
The problem is we have too many people that are seeking popularity. They are not trying to elevate. They are not trying to help anybody. The only thing they're trying to do is trying to help the fucking their coffers themselves, their pockets themselves, line their pockets with the money that is made from re-traumatizing black men to relive their childhood traumas that they had with women. And they say, we're gonna tell our story. See, there's a difference. The story I want to tell is the story where this generation of black men reclaimed the greatness that black men once fucking had.
Wow.
That's the fucking difference. And I'll use any fucking means that I can to push that message because I think that's a more prevalent, that's a more, I would say, sincere message than, well, these black women ain't shit. At some point in time, the conversation has to progress from, okay, these black women ain't shit. How can we change the environment? Because if we already came to the understanding that the environment is what creates behavior, then at some point the conversation has to progress beyond, well, these women ain't shit, to how the fuck do we change the environment? You see? And you look at all the shit that's unfolded, right? These niggas are crying about the fucking environment that they fucking created.
They don't want to fix the environment. They want to go to another man's environment and commandeer what that man do for that environment.
Understand this. Understand this. You have niggas running around here calling women bastard baby makers. Women don't make bastards. Bastards are determined by the father, not by the mother. This is how stupid the derelict Negro male is.
Mm-hmm. Making all these single baby mamas and complaining about them.
The derelict Negro male is the bastard baby maker. Because bastards are created out of abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
When the father abandons his seed, his child, what he literally does is creates a bastard. And I find it so funny how all these derelict Negro males running in this space all of a sudden want to sit on a motherfucking high horse, right? Isn't that funny? They want to sit on a high horse because of some information comes out about another man. But I thought this was a Negro manosphere or the black manosphere, right? Thought you were supposed to be for black men. Wouldn't it be better for you to put a wall of protection around that black man? Oh, no, it's not, because it's only certain black men that you don't get along with. It's only certain black men that you can't stand. It's only certain black men that you don't agree with. That's why I said fuck the goddamn black manosphere. And fuck anyone who doesn't like the fact that I say fuck the goddamn manosphere. Because it's not a manosphere, it's a pussy sphere. It's a whiny bitches sphere. It's a derelict Negro male sphere. It's a circle jerk sphere. It's a compilation of motley crew of derelict Negro males whose women won't let them lead sphere.
Well.
And then when you have men like myself, you look at the men of the gray regime. What group of men are better than this group? You can't name a single black group of men in this space other than the gray regime. You're not going to find any better group of men. And the reason why is because we don't go with the popular crowd. Not only do we stand on our disrespect and our bullshit, but we're going to call you out whenever you're on some bullshit. That's why you see them niggas hiding their videos after they try to come for a nigga, right?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that why they do that? They go and run their mouth, talking some shit about a nigga, and then whenever he responds, right? They want to act like they're the fucking victim. Niggas made 30.
Girls, you mean?
Whenever I broke off with them hoe ass niggas from last year, okay? Them niggas made 30 motherfucking videos about me. I didn't say a word about those hoe ass niggas. When I finally did, all of a sudden, they had all of this shit to say. They had to do 30 motherfucking hours of live streaming just to fucking answer my 1 hour video. What does that tell you? That's the kind of quality we have in the gray regime.
Exactly.
So we don't have to sit there and stew and ruminate on these bitch ass niggas. We just keep on moving forward. We just keep on moving on. We will not yield. It's the fucking springtime. Niggas supposed to be happy. These derelict Negro males are supposed to be out enjoying their sundress season. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they didn't do the fucking necessary work needed to be a successful black man in sundress season.
Commander, the sundress season has been canceled because of the coronavirus.
Look, I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you, Dre. There ain't shit that's ever been able to stop a nigga from getting some pussy. Slavery, put it like this: slavery, Jim Crow. None of these things stopped the nigga. Mass incarceration didn't stop a nigga from getting no pussy.
As far as movement and travel, that's been restricted.
Spanish flu, influenza, H1N1, bird flu, all this other shit has never been able to stop a nigga from getting some pussy. Niggas gonna violate. Niggas have already been violating the lockdown. I see niggas outside right now.
Niggas barbecue.
Yeah, but wait a minute though.
Barbecuing and some more shit.
What happened to Commander? What happened to the SYSBM? Is it on hold now because they can't go to other countries? You can barely get across the state border now. So is it on hold now? Are they no longer saving themselves?
No, what it is, I mean, you look at how these derelict Negro males move, right? They were all SYSBM until Miko, right? See, when in reality, what they should have did off top was promote the message. Look, don't beat Miko.
Yeah, we could that, Greggy. He met us too. When he said
right,
that
Miko is a piece. See, what the proper message should have been was Miko is a piece of shit. Miko does not represent us. Oh no, what happened was these niggas tried to put up a wall of protection around Miko, despite the fact that he got caught red-handed. And what it did was exacerbate what the way that people already see us in the world. Miko just dealt a blow to that shit. And it's really what they should be on is trying to fucking repair the fucking image. The first thing they should have been doing was throwing that nigga under the bus and throwing him to the fucking wolves. But there was a nigga that went on the vacation with the nigga and heard about the little rumors about what he was doing. And no, what instead of fucking turning that bitch ass nigga in, no, what he did was he tried to justify why he shouldn't. And those are the niggas that are saturating the space. Look, the 1/3 and the 2/3 policy, that shit is in effect. 2/3 of these niggas have been done for a very long time. You look at the 2/3, who are they? They are niggas that move in the fucking shadows. They try to use, I mean, you look at how these niggas operate. They're literally using women in this space to go at other black men. And got the fucking audacity to still call itself a manosphere. How about that? To use a black woman, right, to destabilize another black man's platform, and you're calling yourself a manosphere. That's shit that bitches do. And then they wonder why Cerulean Gray would stand on something like, oh, a bitch should be hitting the motherfucking mouth. Because what I didn't tell you was that the majority of these bitches is straight up niggas that's moving like bitches. They sit up there, they pillow talk with these females behind the scene. They play on the lonely hearts and the angst and the anxiety of these women. They play with their feelings and their emotions. And then they get mad at the fucking outcome. You tried to be a fucking player. And then when your ass got played, now you want to fucking cry over spoiled milk. That's what the fuck I see. That's what I see with niggas like Game Changer. You wanted to play behind the scenes. And now you want to cry over spoiled milk at the outcome. You're just mad because you got fucking played. Or I don't know. Maybe she got mad that she got fucking played. But that's what happens when you keep fucking playing. And these niggas asking me, Cerulean, what about your game? I don't have no fucking game. Little boys play games. And when we almost fucking 40, we grew up in the greatest fucking generation. You didn't fucking need no game. The game that was being given to us when we were growing up was just be your fucking self. That you look at these motherfuckers, they have a hard time being themselves. They're not comfortable in their own skin. Isn't that why they say, oh, I want to be pro-black?
Shout out to Mr. D Music in the building. Thanks for coming by, Music.
And not only that, but they try to, because you got to remember, they was trying to shit on pro-blacks. You remember that, Max? Now you look at the way these niggas moving. Now they trying to pivot back to the pro-black shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Trying to come up here, trying to get in good with the pro-black. Oh, all of a sudden we're friends now.
Whoa, brother Max, you know what it is, right?
You've been shitting on us since day one. Now all of a sudden we friends.
Well, you know what it is, brother Max. You know what it is? It's called Hotepping for pussy.
Stay the hell out of our spaces.
That's what it is. Cerulean, didn't we call this in the winter?
Man, we called this back in November. We called this shit back in November. So watch, when all of this shit break out, you're going to see a lot of these fuck niggas trying to pivot back to pro-blackness.
Yeah.
Don't you see that's what Angry Man, BGS, that's what a lot of these niggas trying to do. Even I heard Grinch the fucking Winch trying to pivot to some pro-black shit. Like for black men. He said black men about a dozen motherfucking times when I heard the audio. I was like, we called this shit. These niggas trying to pivot back to pro-blackness.
You know what? The only time.
But the funny thing is, 1 second, Dre, right?
Yeah.
Funny thing is, whenever me and Angry Man and all that shit went down last year, he told you that the reason that, we split up, was because, Nyla and Taz. No. The real reason why we fucking split up is because he wanted me to go off on this fucking red pill, hate black women tangent so they could get some dollars. And I don't play like that. That's why we split up. And I told him straight out, I'll fucking alienate the entirety of the manosphere if I have to. Because cerulean don't stand on popular opinion. You cannot maneuver me into a position to where I just go with the popular crowd. You cannot convince me to hate someone just because you do. And now you look at all of this is happening. These motherfuckers have never been able to outlive this shit, right? No. And now what you see them doing? Isn't that why you see them over there trying to kiss up to the field marshal? Isn't that why you see them do that?
Oh, hey, they better watch themselves, because she can smell bullshit. Look, listen. This ain't got nothing to do with none of us. Whatever going on over there is going on over there. But this one thing I do know, if y'all are angry and upset at the black women in your life that you feel as though they did you wrong, I'm going to tell y'all one thing. I'm going to give you know what? I'm going to be a nice person just for today. I'm going to show you how pro-black I am. I'm going to give you one chance to jump your ass on the ark. Don't you go over there messing with that woman. Because I swear, before all things is holy, and if you believe in a God, you're going to wish that he was there to save you. Because ain't nothing going to save you if she smells some bullshit coming off. Because she going to let you have it. Now leave that woman alone. You better stop twerking in her damn chat room and take your ass back over your goddamn face.
Now who is this that they're trying to get on? Who is this again?
The esteemed lady Cluster B.
Oh yeah, y'all better leave her alone.
You better leave that woman alone. You better stay out.
Man, y'all better leave her alone, bro.
Listen, women.
Oh, that's my people.
Listen, y'all claim this is the thing. Y'all claim we masculine, we in men's spaces. Then the first thing you should understand about women, they have a sisterhood. Women can talk each other into the ground and the next day be best friends for whatever reason. And guess what? They will come together and break apart because of some dude did something. I done seen worse enemies be bosom buddies because some dude did some fuck shit. Y'all better stay out of. If you want women to stay out of your business, you better stay out of women's business. Let them handle it. Stay the hell out of it.
But that goes back to what I was saying, right? Because a lot of that shit was created by them.
Exactly.
Like niggas sitting there talking about how real they are and how they don't want women in these spaces and yada yada yada. But not to mention that the fucking women that exposed they motherfucking ass was in they camp, not in the fucking gray regime.
Well,
the women that exposed them was in they fucking camp.
Hold on, so you're telling me that the woman got in their camp, realized how much they were faking it, and they weren't chosen anymore. They got rejected.
Yes.
Again. So if this keeps happening over and over again, it's not the women, it's you, right?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. I Just wanted to know. Just wanted to know. I'm just trying to make sense of this.
Because it goes back to what we've been saying since day one. Men create the fucking environment. If you got a problem with the fucking women, it's a problem with you because you have not been opposing the fucking environment.
But I like
what they've been doing is acting as accessories inside of the environment. That's why you see all of this shit going down. You know, niggas sending dick pics and, you know, pillow talking with these females behind the scene, playing with their emotions behind the scenes. And then they get mad when all this shit explode out. And then you have niggas that want to shit on the fucking women in whatever capacity, right? You have the dudes that try to shit on the women from a sociological standpoint. And then you got, you know, little hoe ass niggas like Rude and P and yada, yada, yada that want to shit on them from a relationship aspect simply because a female saw the motherfucking fuck nigga in them and decided to move away.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
But see, I find it interesting. Because when me and that nigga had our fucking exchange, that same someone that he shat on, right, actually tried to protect his ass from me.
Mm. 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 This was, but you see how this here, right? This foolishness here, right? If you're talking about men in many cases, you're talking about building black men, right? I have yet to see none of them come out with a plan of action. I have not seen none of them say, hey man, this is what we need to do. These 6-figure dudes, how about we come together and build something?
No, Dre, I disagree with that. Their plan is to fly thousands of miles and pay for prostitution in foreign countries. That's the plan.
See, Max, you know, if we was, say we was all to sit up here, we these rich dudes, and we was to put together something, we say, you know what? I ain't seen that one of these dudes. You know what? You want them to come, you want the woman to come to you, right? I ain't seen that one of you roll around the neighborhood and ask the women in the neighborhood, what do they need? Right? Hey, what do you need? Right? And you ain't got to do it for the single mothers or whatever. You can do it for the elderly women in the neighborhood. Right? Somebody's grandmama, somebody's mama that's over the age of 50 and over. And you can walk up, ma'am, do you need anything? Do you need me to go to the grocery store for you? You can just do it for one woman. One woman. You sound like a nice young man. Let me call my daughter, introduce you to him.
There it is, right? Just being a man, right?
Fuck out of here.
Just being a fucking man. They think that being a man, the only prerequisite of being a man is having a penis and having a poor disposition towards women. Men are so much more dynamic to society than that.
You know what's Cerulean? Remember on Facebook, we was watching those videos of when those men were rolling around without no mask on in India, and the men in the community were jumping off of scooters, smacking them with boards, telling them to get their right? Because but you ain't see no women out there, did you?
No.
Did you? Right?
No.
And those men were by themselves. And you know why they were by themselves? Because they were rugged individuals. The men of the community, the women followed their lead. They're patrolling the community to keep it safe, and you rolling around trying to be a rugged individual. Why are you out? What are you doing? You ain't doing nothing productive. You're not. Because they know you're not. Because if you were, you would have been already at work. It was the middle of the day and you rolling around. Everything closed in the middle of high noon and you rolling around doing what? Why ain't you patrolling your neighborhoods? Why ain't you making sure people got water, things are straight? Why ain't you ingratiating yourself in the community?
What it is that they're sexual marketplace welfare recipients. They want something for nothing. They want something from the community without having to give anything back to the community. Problem is that no community works like that. There's always something for something. There's no community you can go into as a man and not have a burden of performance you have to meet. Doesn't matter what community it is. It's just that I find it interesting how they'll go a quarter away around the world to buy a fucking stove for a bitch and meet that burden of performance, while shitting on the burden of performance they fail to meet in their own goddamn community.
Yep.
Yeah, but here's what I have a problem with, though, right? If black women are, if 1% of black women are choosing educated lames, then what are they leaving for? Don't they fancy themselves as educated lames? So they should be paired up with the 1% of the black women that choose educated lames.
Nonsense.
According to them, 99% of black women are choosing poopies and ray-rays.
Nonsense. There's a hierarchy of priorities. Top priority of all biological species is that of the genetics. The genetics are at the top of the fucking list. Next is ability, or what we'll call ability and athleticism, and then you have intelligence. And after intelligence, then you have all of the other things, just looks. Because looks and genetics are not just inseparably tied together. Hell, that genetic argument could be something as simple as nice looking eyes and nothing else. Everything else about that dude could look as horrible as sin. But if you have nice looking eyes, that could be the only thing that she wants in that guy. Why? Because that's the genetics.
Yeah, well.
And under that is ability and athleticism. That is where you're talking about swag, how a person carries themselves, yada, yada, yada. Those things are all related to upbringing.
Well, this is why they're trying to say that black women only choose 1% because they're lacking all those other things. They claim to have the intelligence part, but that remains to be seen. You know, I'm not impressed when you're regurgitating work that's been done by other people. But this 99% of black women choosing poopies and gray rays and not choosing them. Well, no. Well, according to them, 1% of black women are choosing them. So I don't see the need for them to go anywhere since they're being chosen by 1% of black women. And you know what? They never said that these black women were rich or poor.
Now this is where. But this Max, this is where I will put the impetus on women right here. Because a lot of this shit that's breaking out, I will say, a lot of you females can control this shit. Stop pillow talking. Stop sending your fucking news to every fucking body. Stop fucking, patting these niggas on the heads and placating their fucking feelings, because that's how they fucking get it about themselves to where they're somehow special.
Well, according to them, that won't. Yeah, well, according to them, that won't work because since we are in this pandemic, the black woman is supposed to come running back to them for protection from a killer virus that's threatened to wipe out a significant population of the world.
Let's just be honest. In a time of crisis, women seek men who have ability, and if they're not getting chosen, that means they have no fucking ability.
Right, this is why I can't figure that out. You know, this is why that whole argument trips me out. Like, okay, you guys are like geeks and you're walking around with a backpack full of number 2 pencils. I'm not sure that black women is interested in that.
Hey, listen, Max. When the last time when some shit went down out in the forest, right? Let's just say out in the forest, shit hit the fan, right? Right? You being able to take a fucking IQ exam is not going to help you start a goddamn fire.
Exactly.
Nigga, ain't nobody listen. And even if you could, he ain't gonna side with you because you're gonna get beat the fuck up by the Pookie and the goddamn Ray Ray. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit, that's
Like,
funny as
who
hell.
will go out to the fucking listen? If they sent you out to the goddamn Walmart while niggas is raiding shit, you gonna come back with nothing. Matter of fact, you might not come back at all. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna come back, you gonna go there with the car and come back with 3 things because they just jacked your car. Because you can't even secure that. Like, matter of fact, you so educated, all right, if you're an educated lane, right, then that means you do not have a record. I have never once heard any of them talking about, hey, man, guess what? Shit is about to go down. Go get your firearms so you can protect your family. I ain't never, you hear, I listen to all them streams. Nobody talk about no guns. Nobody talk about no crossbows.
Nah, talk about guns. And again, that further confusing because if the black woman is running back to you to protect her, what if somebody's chasing her? What are you gonna do?
No. They gotta ask questions first. You gotta ask questions. You forgot about that, Matt. What did she do wrong? Did she smack that man? Are they arguing? It ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know her. Right? I might get in trouble. Like, I don't understand. I'm confused because on one hand you say they're supposed to come back, but you're not giving them any incentive to come back to you because if you're not going to protect them in a peacetime, you damn sure ain't going to protect them when it's wartime.
Yeah, because like, what if Gra is chasing her? They can stand up to Hey, Shibuya, what if you think it's stand up to Gra?
Well, Gra wouldn't be chasing them. They're going to gravitate to Gra.
Yeah.
You're right. They're going to like Gra, yeah.
Because Gra knows how to kill shit. Gra knows how to kill shit, field dress, prepare fresh.
Build shit. Yeah, we can build shit.
Gra lifts heavy things.
Oh shit. Bruh, that's funny, man. I got that on one of your streams, man.
Like, but you know, with the hilarity of this thing, and this is why I say we're wasting time spending time on these people where we need to get this information out. And the funny part about it is the reason why a lot of them have the reach and the platform they got because it was off the backs of pro-blackness, right? You know what I'm saying? When they was over there whining, complaining, right? No one cared. Matter of fact, they tried to talk about black men issues about black women, and they got kicked out of the goddamn white people's sphere that had it. The white men ain't want to hear about you niggas complaining. So that already told you every time you complain about a black woman, you are actually enacting white supremacy. White supremacy. You're putting it in. You're doing it.
I need your help.
Who's that?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, who's that? Rozzy, that's you, bro? Is you, man?
That
Nah,
wasn't me
Rossy's
for the
been on mute
record.
the whole time he's been up here. I don't know who that was.
Who's that?
Oh, nigga.
I
Yeah,
don't know
you
where
right
that
though,
came
man.
Yeah, so it's a shame that in this type of crisis when we should be coming together and working together, we still have dudes that seem to be more interested in establishing hate groups and defending these hate groups and the derelict Negroes that are members of these hate groups. I mean, to come out and defend guys who are pedophiles and ran across country to have sex with underage children. I mean, it's ridiculous. And to constantly keep trying to defend these guys, man, who hate women, who think women are, black women are bad. It's insane. And the sad part about it is he got numbers in this chat. These guys got numbers. 800, 900,
Well, Max, here's
500,
the thing.
600.
Well, Max, you gotta hold on. There's two things I have to throw in there. Don't look at those numbers like that, right? Right? Because a lot of those guys are using a bot to boost their numbers. You actually pay attention, there's a bot going on to boost it. Right? So yeah, it may look like 500, but it was really probably like 3. Right? And the reason is because they've been on YouTube for a long time, and they started out with a pro-black message, right? And everybody in YouTube, they all, you know what I'm saying? They all, right? They all share the same customer base. The people that's over here will go over to certain other people's platforms and watch and view. They may agree or disagree. You don't know. People have the right to view whatever, right? So everybody's sharing pretty much the same customer base, right? And when you talk about it, people will go back and watch it that didn't know nothing about it, right? So the best thing that I say for certain situations is that for this time, just don't talk about them. Let's just focus on what we need to do as a people. You know what I'm saying? Is that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like we are uncommon as a people. What's this? Let's see. Hey Max. Stem asked the question that's actually really good.
What was it?
She put it up in the thing. It was if you're active duty, should participate in SYSBM and groups like that. You shouldn't. I mean, actually, they tell you not to because you get in trouble. Like you get in trouble because it's called trafficking of persons. Even if it's legal in a country, as a service member, you out there buying a pack of a P, right? You actually can get kicked out the military for doing that.
Yeah, they actually did that too. That if you remember that situation with the one white girl, she was like in the Air Force, was like I don't know if she was a commander or whatnot, but she came out and did a rant against black women, and they relieved her ass of duty real quick.
Yep, relieve the ass of duty. Yeah, you can't go and disparage any other groups. You can't be out here openly buying a pack. Now, do these guys go out there being on the ship? Like, I'm talking about in the Navy. I don't know about any other branches, but out there, 40 days and 45, and they get in port and they can't pull them one, and they go purchase some pussy in the back alley in the cut. Yeah, they do it, right? But ain't nobody openly going out there throwing women underneath the bus. And the people that actually do all the purchasing, mostly, and a high percentage of it, it's white men.
But see, that was all encompassed in the don't ask, don't tell policy, right?
Yep.
because people thought that Don't Ask, Don't Tell was just for like the gay thing, but it was really Don't Ask, Don't Tell was really your personal activities.
Yep. Don't ask me what I'm doing. As long as I don't tell you, I don't get in trouble. Right? So yeah, you can't do it. Like you cannot do it. Like and the thing is even if a service member dates outside or whatever, I see people, I've got friends where their wives are black, and they're black, and they came over here already married, or they were with a service member, and the service member got out and they stayed in, man or woman, because I just seen it on both sides, and they're married, and we have like the best relationship. We go out, we talk, we have like no problem.
Hey, yo, I got a question, man. I just got a question.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just
What happened? Did we lose sound?
You there, Rodney?
Who had a question? You got a question, Rodney?
I think you might be stepping somewhere when you got no signal.
You may have lost sound.
Yep. Probably lost sound. Yeah, but yeah, like Cerulean was saying, you can't do that.
Yeah, matter of fact, Don't Ask, Don't. You want to know what Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy actually came from?
Hey, yo. I'm sorry, man.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy actually came from, he had a lot of service members that, be married and go off and cheat with their wife and then tell their boy, and then, they get discovered, and then, of course, extramarital affairs is frowned upon by the Navy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get in trouble, so Don't Ask, Don't Tell actually came about like that, like the gay stuff and the homosexuality, that actually came later. That was added to Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Yeah. Yeah. The Carrie Black Supreme, she said she had the Navy is rough for women, especially black women.
Depends on the job.
Yeah, it depends on the job. Yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah, it depends on the job, but I would say the last 2 years I was in, and this is like 05 to 07. No, the sisters had it pretty good. Like, I can't say before that because I was on all male ships, so I couldn't tell you. Like, but my last ship was integrated, which is there was male and female, and the sisters was good. And even if someone would have said something off the wall to the sisters, all the black men on the ship came together, and they wasn't having it. You knew not to talk to no black woman sideways on the ship. You knew not to. Like, we would deal with it within, like, even if a sister would get in trouble or something would happen, there would be a black woman that was like a senior enlisted or an officer that would deal with her accordingly.
Yeah.
We dealt with our own. Like, they didn't really want to deal with us. Because people don't realize in the military, minorities do outnumber, well, in the Navy, minorities do outnumber a large percentage of white folk.
Yeah.
Like, don't let it fool you. We in there. we there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only group.
Yeah, man. I when I did the cross training with the Kitty Hawk and their steam plant, like damn near like 2/3 of the damn boat was non-white.
Yep. Now the only group of individuals that outnumber us, the Filipinos. Well,
in Southeast Asia Pacific, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Filipinos. Like when I was on the East Coast, they called our ship the USS Kielbasa. Boy, it was nothing but Dominicans, Haitians, Jamaicans, everybody from the islands, black folk, some Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the white folk. Like Cerulean said, 2/3 of the ship was minorities. They called us the kielbasa. You go through the sleeping compartment. You hear everything from East Coast, West Coast, reggae, reggaeton, merengue. You don't know what's going on. Then you get to the back, and then you hear the country music and the rock music. Yeah. So it's like nah. Like you was in Okinawa. Still no, they heavy on this. Boy, you can't even do nothing in the Navy without no Filipinos touching it. Can't even breathe.
Man. Not 7th Fleet.
Boy, you can't eat. You can't take a shower. You can't get your hair cut. You can't get a pack of ramen noodles, a pack of cigarettes. Can't get your laundry. Can't do jack without no Filipinos being involved. Man, how you think they got to San Diego?
You know what I always want to know, man? What they do with all that brass when we go on the dry dock and they paint the ship and they get all that brass? I wonder what they do with it. What they do? Make stuff out of it?
Yeah, they melt it down. They take the scrap, and they melt it down and turn it into vials, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They re-pressed it out like brass and like the steel, like the B-16 bolts. You know, like all those big valves. You just don't throw them out. They turned into turn-in items. They scrap them. The Navy just take them apart, wash them, melt them down, and sell them out. Sell them back to the manufacturer, give them a discount, and then the manufacturer print them, make them, and send them back to the Navy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, wow! I always wanted to know what the Filipinos was doing with all that. It was always ladies painting the ship too, man. Little old Filipino ladies painting.
They working.
They working, man.
They working, man. They be in there. They be in there, you know, getting in them little crevices, man. They like ninjas.
Good Judy.
All right, y'all. Listen, man. I got to get to work, man. It's been a great stream.
Oh yeah.
I think he's boying now. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we hear you, Mac.
I think Sabuni boying now. What you got there, Commander?
I was saying Stem Chan is saying she was in the Navy 91 to 94 at the San Diego RTC.
Commander, you boying?
He said can y'all hear Cerulli? Anybody on the panel?
Yeah.
No, he's boying pretty bad.
I can hear.
We can hear him, man.
Am I boying?
Max, I think you boarding.
Yeah, it must be on my end.
Yeah, it's cool, yeah, man.
Yeah, see, that was the old Navy, right? When San Diego still had the RTC out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I came in,
that RTC was closed down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 99. 99 was the last. Last year. Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man. You know, I just gotta ask, man. Because you know, when it comes to this, on YouTube and shit, what do you think we can do to remedy this anti-blackness that's on YouTube, coming from the manosphere and the SYSBM and all these other Negroes that, you know, that could really care less about the black community, and especially as black women? What do you think we can do to counteract that shit? Because I'm gonna just say this, because I don't think. Okay, hold up, though. I'm gonna let you go. I don't think we should just let this shit just slide and not do anything to counteract it, because they are the face of black men right now. Like these niggas is making this look bad. These niggas is making this look a certain way. Okay, you got a lot of that watch this shit and they think black men as a collective think like them. And I feel like there needs to be black men like y'all and like myself who don't have that same opinion and thought process that they do. That I think we need to counteract that shit somehow, some way. Which way you think we can, go against the message and try to, you know what I mean? Like, y'all understand what I'm saying?
I do. And that's the reason. And that's the reason why when I
do, bro.
And that's the reason why that's the reason why whenever I see them over here trying to cause a stir, right? You'll see one of us come up in here and run their ass off, right? Because what these guys really want, they want somebody to give a fuck about them. Nobody's been paying attention to them. And rightfully so, because their problem is wholly their own. See, they're doing this under the guise of, helping black men and helping black boys. But make no mistake, they're not trying to help black men or black boys. They're trying to help themselves and line their own pockets. That's what they're there for. Now, what we are in is a battle of ideas. We don't have to entertain them. This is why you see me attacking the mindset, right? You see me attacking the mentality. Because the person is irrelevant. You can replace said person with anybody. You can replace an angry man with anybody. You can replace a BGS with anybody. You can replace Grinch the Winch with anybody. Any of the sissy BMs, you can replace them with anybody. They're irrelevant. Right? The idea, it's a war for the hearts and minds of our people. And all you have to do is remain sincere, remain the course, right? And black people with any sense, they're going to naturally gravitate towards us. Right? Don't expect for quote unquote Rome to be built in a day. No organization ever is built in a day. Right? And see, like, I don't go to these derelict Negro male spaces. They're always coming to ours, right? Why? Because, well, they want us to care. They want us to endorse their feelings and all of that. And we don't have to. Because at the end of the day, what they're really here to do is to sit here and try to shit on you as a pro-black person, shit on your audience, right? Call your audience stupid for being pro-black, right? This is really a shaming tactic because if they're pro-black, they're stupid. But if they're over there following them, oh, they're good, right? They're okay. They're okay, right? So understand the little games that are being played. It's just some primitive level subterfuge going on. And so you have to be uncaring. You have to be cold, callous, and uncaring. Steer the course. Remain on mission. Win the hearts and minds. And we will win. Because you look at the ground that has been laid for their entire thing. We have debunked and utterly illegitimized everything that they've been saying, right? So what does that do? Does that make them look any more intelligent, or does it make them look dumber? If you're an intelligent person coming into this space, you're like, I'm not gonna fuck with these people. that's why
to me,
you
make
see
them look
people.
dumber.
I mean, that's why you have people like a Aaron Fountain coming into this space, seeing what things are, and then writing hit pieces on them, right? Obviously, he had a brain. And then despite the fact that he couldn't properly articulate the way he could have, nonetheless, he saw the shit for what it was. Because once again, this is not a war, of personalities. This is a war of ideas. And I'll just say this our ideas are the greatest. Our ideas are the most impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Our ideas are those that push race, propel race. These guys' ideas are basically to the extent of their penis. Nothing more.
You know
And
what's
that's why
really,
they'll continue to lose.
you know what's really, I think everybody's in agreement with me on this one because I was thinking about this for a second. I just wanted to drop this in here. We have this thing about black folk that we don't snitch, right? It's off code, right? Snitching, right? Okay, that is only applicable, like for right now. That is only, you know, what goes outside of that snitching thing? The molestation of children, the raping of individuals, sexual assault, any of that matter. If someone said they was raped, if something was happening to them, if you molesting a child, if you doing all this other stuff, if you got time to be on YouTube talking about it, you got time to call the police.
I mean, that would be my first thing, right?
Yeah. You got time to call the police. I'm like, and all this outreach people got to find people information and doctors use that information to get in touch with someone. Maybe that person's scared, but help that person get to the things that they need and have them report it, or go and report it, or tell them, yo, if you telling me this, I got to do something about it. And if they plead with you not to, then it's a cause for pause. Then you take then I need the receipts on it, right? And if not, listen, you need to tell somebody. You need to go tell somebody that can help you with your issue. If you know of it, we do not support child molesters, rapists, people setting people up to get raped, beat up, all this foolishness. We don't support none of that shit.
I mean, look at all of the time that niggas obviously have on their hands, right? And obviously all of the resources that go to waste on this shit, right? Now, Dre and I, we were looking at military bases last night.
Oh yeah.
Military bases still closing down. Military bases coming back up for sale. Hell, Eric Prince, and I know you're going to get on me later, Dre, about this, but Eric Prince bought 2 amphibious assault vessels, and he got them at a steal. Now, the Academy, formerly known as Blackwater, can literally do small military operations in specific regions of the world, and they will be contracted to do so by the U.S. government. And he has the forces to do it. While we're sitting here talking about who is this and who is that, who did this, who did that, who did this back in the 3rd fucking grade, and yada, 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 and this girl didn't give me a fucking pony in high school, and I was rejected 12 times for a fucking prom. while people are in the fucking world making real fucking moves, all the while passing us the fuck by. If the shit came down to it and there was really a race war, 90% of black folk would be wiped the fuck out. Why? Because 90% of black folk can't get their head out of the ass. And then what happens is the people that know better, like myself, we have to keep going back and addressing some shit that's already been addressed. Because of some fuck niggas who, instead of opposing environment, they want to make women the enemy. While behind the scenes, they want to pillow talk and do all of the simping that they accuse everybody else of doing. Crafting a shit environment that they complain about ad nauseum. While you got men out here buying old military equipment, able to stage full-fledged war on smaller countries, carving out a splice of the earth, of the world, for their own posterity. 27 million black folk in this country out of the nearly 50 million that we have sustainable income. And those same 27 million that I'm talking about at least have $1 a day. $1 a day from those 27 million translates into $10.5 billion a year. Eric Prince got a pair of fucking amphibious assault vessels. Less than $100 million a piece. That cost the Army billions in research and development.
That's brilliant, right? Just to break it down, because we engineers, right? Let's say this real quick. I know Mac paid out engineers, right? Because we always hiding his beard. But with an amphibious assault vessel, you got 2 engines, you got 2 shafts, 4 engines, you got at least 4 generators. 1 generator can power a city.
Yes.
Right? Then you have 2 evaporator plants, 2 reverse osmosis plants. And what I'm basically saying is these plants can make water. They can take salt water and make it into fresh water, right? So if you have these 2 amphibious assault vessels and you park them on either side of a small island, you run electrical cables into said island, then what happens is that you have already put electricity and powered the island and put fresh water on the island where you can damn near live indefinitely.
Yes.
Okay, listen, sorry about that. I got to end it right there. I got to go pick this load up. Okay, so I got to end the stream, man. Want to thank everybody for coming through. Definitely thank the Gravy team for coming in, cracking some thunder. Everybody that's supporting the E Nation, I appreciate you coming through. Our next stream will be on Saturday night, Ladies Night with Wanda Harris. So that'll be up at 10:30. So make sure you check that out. All right, I'm gonna give everybody a big peace, power, and unity into the Gravy regime. Hoorah! Peace out, people.
Oh yeah, be on the lookout. Wednesday, I will be going live. We're gonna be breaking down the pathology of this nonsense of conquering your mother, Oedipus complex, and we're gonna cover some of the history of child support as well. Thursday, we're gonna come back with movie night on GrayRegime.tv. We're gonna be doing Weird Science and Mannequin.
Oh my God, I gotta see that one. Weird Science.
Oh, those are gonna be
I ain't
funny.
seen Weird Science in a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I love
seen
Weird
Weird
Science.
Y'all gotta come on the panel so we can hear your commentary. I know Vonda's and Neek, boy, they gonna be rolling. Y'all gotta come up there.
Yeah, man, we actually employed this thing. It's called the derelict explaining, or the derelict translator, and is being played by the esteemed Chandra Cursor.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta run. Hey, peace, power, unity, everybody.
Okay.
Salute to the nation. Long live the black nobility.
All right.
Shout
out to everyone.
Bye, DeAndre. Bye, Dane. Chaos.
Hoorah.
All right.